Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is March 17th, 2025. It is a Monday. Uh, let me take off my sweatshirt real quick. I don't know why I'm wearing this in a video log. I just got done with the yard work, so I was like, dude, super fun. Goals for the day. I did wake up. I did go do yard work. That was at 10:47. It's now 12:30. So did yard work for, what is that, hour, 40 minutes. I got up, brushed my teeth, did yard work, making the morning video log. Other goals for the day: I need to take a shower. I need to prep food for work. I want to make a casserole, and then just to not eat out. So those are the real goals for the day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Today's been solid so far. Just did the yard work. Listened to some Atrioc videos while I was doing it. Yesterday, dude, I made one video log. Video log. It was a YouTube video. It took me 3 hours, and it was one of, if not the best, like, piece of art I've ever made. And I mean, it's literally just me sitting there yapping for 30 minutes, but it's actually like good thoughts and like well put together thoughts, like things I actually like have dealt with, and like my experiences on them, and like how my family has dealt with them. And it's gonna be a really good video. It's gonna go up on March 21st, so in 4 days. And I'm personally hyped about it. I'm like, oh man, it's such a good video. And then I have to sit there and be like, okay, like, realistically, for my channel's at, it's gonna get 100 views. I'm gonna send it to people and get some thoughts on it. Hopefully it gets good reviews from my friends and family. Hopefully they agree with my thoughts and concepts. Like, I'm gonna have to do some like minor marketing for that one. It's actually, I was really proud of it. And I like ended up making a thumbnail for it, which I thought was really interesting. I had never made a thumbnail before. I used my editing software for it, and it turned out really well. At least I thought so. So yeah, that's got me super excited. It was almost difficult to fall asleep last night because I was like thinking about the video. I'm like, I'm so excited for it to go up. And that's one of the videos that I have that's like a recovery daily log, because I want to upload a video every day, but I didn't make video logs for 21 through 26. I'm sure you know that. Hold on, I'm so sorry for that one. But that was one of the videos that I like did in recovery, and so I was like, yeah, I gotta make that. And then yeah, I have one, two, three, four, five more thoughts, and they're not gonna be like super in depth like that one was, but they are like good, decent thoughts that I've had, and just been like, why is this gonna be a thing, or like I'm excited to express this, or like, yeah, I'm really actually excited to express them all. It's gonna be really interesting, but that's gonna be the one that I'm like most proud of, and I almost wanted to schedule it for later, and like do it for like the end of it, so I could have like five thoughts leading up to, just so that if people are like, that's the first video they see of mine, they have other decent content to watch, but they'll have to wait for the next day to come out. And I mean, realistically, the video like that, I mean, people are gonna be, it's gonna be coming across in the algorithm, if it hits the algorithm, for like 3 months or 6 years. So yeah, I hope it's successful. I'm sitting here like, dude, it's a really decent video. I probably only misspoken it like 3 times, and I'm really critical of that, right? And I mean, it's one take. Like, the whole thing is one take, and I was like, good for me, dude. Like, I don't, like, I do use like transition, like dude, bruh, but like I was super like linear with my thoughts, and like got deep into the thoughts, and it made me kind of like proud of it. And I was like, dude, this is a decent video. Like, if I saw someone make this video, I'd go out of my way to watch it and like put it on while I'm doing yard work and listen to it. And that's exactly what I'm going to recommend to people when I send it to them. Like, hey, it's kind of a long video. There's a 3-minute quick cut at the end if you want to just get the thoughts. But if you want to listen to the whole thing, put it on while you're doing dishes. Put it on while you're doing busy work. Put it on while you're doing laundry. Like, I'm actually pretty proud of the video. So yeah, going to the day with pride. Yeah, excited for work later. We don't work tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. We have a couple different things planned. I think we still need to iron out plans for tomorrow, so I'm gonna write that as a goal. Iron out tomorrow plans. Yard work is coming along swimmingly. I have not even gotten to the actual like hard part of the yard yet, and I'm getting to the point where the dirt in the yard is like thicker, just because there's so many roots in it. Like, the structural integrity of the dirt. Like, usually I can just like hand my way through it. Dude, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this is like, it's like rubbing my hand on my desk, like trying to scrape my desk off. I'm like, dude, this is kind of weird. Like, there's a lot going on here. So, yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm very likely gonna make one of these thoughts today. I just don't know which one I want to do. I'm gonna check mark. I'll just put a line down this to show that I've done that. Yeah, and then on the video I also put like timestamps, and I thought that was really cool of me. And I was like, I'm like a real YouTuber now. And then yeah, and then I shared a story, and I guess I can do this because it's a month later. I shared a story in it about my brother and one of his friends who ended up passing away, and like how it pertained to our generation's social apprehension. And right after I'd recorded it, I was like, I really do want to get permission, because like it was something he shared like intimately with us, you know, and I don't want to overstep a boundary there that I didn't know that was there, right? So I tried to call him, and then he's in the Air Force now, so he didn't answer. I was like, whatever. So I tried to call his mom. She also didn't answer. I think I called her work phone, maybe, who knows, but I tried to call her. She also didn't answer. I'll have to try again today. Let me see. What else was there? I was like, I guess I could call my other older brothers, and like see if they think he'd care. But I mean, what I don't want to get direct permission from someone else, and then it ends up being an issue later. You know, like it just doesn't feel as genuine there. So that's just my thoughts there. I mean, obviously, if the video does go up as it is, unedited, without that, with the story still in there, right? Obviously got permission to use it eventually, and I'll probably talk about it on the next couple of daily video logs if I did. But yeah, I'm really excited for that video to go up. I'm really, really proud of it. Camera's going out of focus. I am extremely focused. I took my focus medication because I'm a beast. I've been taking it like habitually right before going out and doing yard work recently, and it's like, because I have this weird thing while I go downstairs and like, okay, gotta start, and then I'll be sitting on my phone and be like, but I don't want to go outside, like it's cold. And I'm like, what am I missing? I'm like, oh, the focus medication. It helps me begin a task, right? So when I take my focus medication, right then my brain is like, okay, now we can start doing things. Like, that's just how my relationship with my focus medication is working. And it's actually really helpful. I really like it. Just take it, go sit down there, and be like, okay, let's start. And then an hour and 45 minutes later, and I'm like, okay, sick. Now it's time to work, right? Do video logs, make food, have fun. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I will see you all in the evening.
One eternity later.
Good evening, everybody. It is still Monday, March 17th, 2025. I just went to go record this video, and I started off and was like, good evening, everybody. It is still Saturday. And I was like, is it obvious it's Monday? Like, brain, no function, right? It is still Monday, March 17th. Good evening. Goals for the day. Did brush my teeth, did shower, did do yard work. If you can't tell, I showered for my luscious locks are now oil-free. I did make a morning video log. You just watched it. And then I did make casserole. I did prep food for work. And then I did eat out. Corey bought me a McChicken. Real. And then we didn't fully iron out our plans for tomorrow, so I can't really be like, yeah, we did that. Like, we have so many tentative plans for tomorrow that it's almost comical, right? And so we contacted Toby today, and we're like, hey, we want to go see Roman. Like, what's your schedule like? And she was like, hey, man, things are super busy. And I was like, dude, this week has gone by so fast. Like, this whole month has gone by so fast. And I mean, for me personally, like, I've just been making video logs. I've been making content that I'm really proud of. I've been making like a lot of progress in life goals, things, right? Like, stuff has been happening. And so I was like, I totally get it. It's not a big deal. We're fine. You're fine. We would love to see him. He has spring break this week, so it's like, even if we can't head over this like tomorrow morning, totally fine. If we could do another morning, it'd be awesome, right? So goals for tomorrow, yeah, and then I'll just finish rounding out the day. So I did that, and then I woke up, did a bunch of yard work. I think I came in and made a video log right after yard work. I was like still wearing my sweatshirt in the video log, I think. I took it off mid-video log, which is hilarious. Sorry for that. And then I literally right after that went and made a casserole so I could like bring it to work. And then right after that, as it was cooling off, I went and took a shower. And then Anna and I ate. We watched some Vampire Diaries, and I played some Counter-Strike before work. Work was actually decent. Like it was slow enough that I was like chilling and was still able to like chill out and vibe, but busy enough that I actually ended up making like $70. And there was actually a couple like good moments from the day. I actually like really had a solid day. So when I first got to work, I always like have a conversation with Yasmin because I get there at 4, she leaves at 5, so we talk for like an hour every day. And I talked to her about the video that I just uploaded it. I just scheduled the upload for it, but it'll be uploaded on March 21st. So today is March 17th, and I'm like really proud of the video. Like I'm gonna send it to my family and friends when it uploads and be like, watch this. I'd love to know your feedback. Like I'd love to know if there's anything I can do better. Like I would love to hear from you and get like feedback on what you as the viewer think I could do better, right? And so I was talking about that with Yasmin, and she was like talking about the like she literally mentioned digitalization, and I was like, dude, that's the first thing I talked about. That's awesome. Like that's so crazy that you say that. Like that's exactly what I was saying. And then she talks about how like people don't have her like so she talked about people don't have a community because they don't have a third place, and I realized like, oh, I absolutely should have touched on that. And if you don't know what a third place is, it's a place you go with friends just to be with friends, right? So for her third place is the bar. And for previous generations, it's been parks, skate parks, school has like after school hours has been a third community. The YMCA, like youth, like a what's it called, a rec center, a fitness center is a good example of a third place, like a place where you can actually build a community. And one of the examples I've spoken on about on this channel in previous video logs is that church is one of the last places where you can get a free third place, where you can build a community that isn't monetized. Like you don't have to pay to be there. It's not required, right? And so like even as I'm sitting here having this conversation about something I just talked about for 30 minutes, I'm still getting ideas of like what to add, and I'm like, dude, you're so right. Like people don't have a third place. And how when she was like, yeah, my third place is the bar, I have gone to her house and like drank with her and her friends, and we played card games and we'll play dice games or whatever, right? We'll all hang out. And so that's like a small community. Like we're all friends, right? Like I don't know these people, but I can be friendly with them because they're Yasmin's friends. And so we like become friends, and I've had good conversations with some of them. And then after we're done hanging out at their house, they're like, okay, we're going to go hit the bar. And I'm like, okay, great. I'm headed home. And part of it is like the bar is just not my scene. Like I can have fun at a bar, but I'm not a bar person. I don't enjoy going to the bar. Like it's just not my thing, right? I don't view it as a third place. And it's part for two parts of like I don't have any experience with a real third place, right? Because you have your home, you have your work, and you have your third place. Those are the three places where you build a community. I have my home and I have my work, and I have my own independent social network left over from high school. So she's talking about this third place, and when the third place for them that they all bond at comes up and they're like, we're going to go do this, I'm like, I dip out. And it's really interesting. So yeah, first reason is I don't like think of it as a third place. And the second reason is like it's more personal. My father passed away from complications due to cirrhosis of the liver because of alcoholism. So I've never had a desire to be a part of the bar scene. Like I'm not a bar person. I don't really want to like sit there and play darts while drunk. Like it's fun once every 3 months. Like it's kind of fun, but like I'm not gonna sit there and go, yeah, man, let's hit the bar, bro. Let's go do that. Like I'm like, dude, let's go to my house. Like we'll hang out. Like we can chat. Like we'll talk about the economic state of the world, right? And I feel like what was his name? It's Will Smith's son. Jaden Smith. I feel like Jaden Smith when I say that. It's just like can we just talk about the economic and geopolitical state of the world right now? Like it's so funny because like in essence, it's an interesting conversation. And the meme that Jaden Smith said it is just like, dude, you are out of touch with reality, right? I would actually love to talk to Jaden Smith one day. I think that'd be a really interesting conversation. I'm sure that dude has had a very, very interesting life. But yeah, now I'm like thinking about Jaden Smith and I'm like, very interesting life. But I like just don't associate myself with that scene, you know? So that's not my third place and it never would be. Like a place where I consistently go to have friends and build community, even though it's probably one of the places where I'm most comfortable to shoot the shit with a stranger. And just be like, yeah, man, I'll take two fucking shots, right? And then I'll take two shots, wait for my food, get up, I walk over, just watch some dude play darts, be like, dude, you're cooking right now, bro. You are going hard. And he's like, bro, I've never played this well, right? And you can have like a social interaction that's not serious and there's no like social barrier because you go to a bar, you're expecting to talk to people, you're expecting to be spoken to. It wouldn't make any sense to go to a bar and have someone watch your dart game and be like, bro, can you like butt out right now? Like this is weird, dude. Like there's no social barrier. And it's not like that in a Walmart where everyone's got their business they're doing. Like and I mentioned this is like when we go out to eat, you can't have your a restaurant be the third place because the issue with businesses like that, like restaurants, grocery stores, convenience stores. There's one more we talked about where it was like, frick, I'm forgetting what it was. Gosh, I'm forgetting what it was. It was another type of like store where as you're in it, you're mid transaction. Like when you're going shopping, you're going there to do business. You're going there to gain things and give money. And when you go to a restaurant, you're going there to eat food and give money. Like even if you're deep in conversation, I've had good conversations in restaurants. There's still the check. Like you're still expected to pay for what you've received, right? So it kind of saps stuff out of the social interaction. And we just don't have a free place where you can go just to socialize anymore except the internet. And I had a really good conversation with Yasmin about it. Sorry, I'm kind of ranting. About with Yasmin about it, about like how her stepchildren are like growing up and getting that social interaction from a screen. And I mean, dude, I went through that too. Like, I was connected to YouTubers. I mentioned it in the video. But, like, I had connections to YouTubers who have no connection to me. And we talked about it for a good minute of just, like, it's really interesting how social interaction works on the internet. Because, like chat rooms aren't really a thing anymore. Like, Omegle is kind of a thing, but it's more for memes and goofs than anything. You're like, or exposing yourself more than anything, right? Like, it's not an ideal situation and it just hasn't been refined to the point where it's good for people, you know. And so we had a good conversation there, and then I had to actually like do my job and work or whatever. And then I had one of my older brother Cooper's friends come in, and I've served him before, and it was like him, his girlfriend, his son, and I think his parents. And they were like, I should have checked the last name to see if it was her parents or his parents, but they were all super cool. They tipped me like $20. It was really nice. But I walked back there and we talked for a moment and we're just like, I should write, call Cooper. Surgery. So we had a really good conversation about like him and Cooper went to Las Vegas recently and the dad was there and he was like, oh, that was your friend we were making fun of. Like, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, man, Cooper had surgery. Have you like talked to him recently? And he's like, no, but now that you mention, like, I remember that thing with his shoulder. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's pretty crazy, right? So we just had a good conversation, served them. It was super fun. $20 tip. I was like, they were like the reason I made money that like this night. And then I go and I serve another table, and it's like table of two. They get some like number two, number four, some super simple order. And then this table of one, I like see him pull up on his bike in the camera, and I was like, oh, cool, biker guy. And I like look up front as he comes in, just because I had served a biker like last week, and his name was Harley. So his name was literally Harley Ryder, and he's riding in on a Honda. I thought it was really funny, so I was gonna like recognize him, right? And I was like, oh, it's not the guy. So he goes and sits down, and I like come around, and I was like, oh my god, I went to high school with that dude. And I don't want to say his name just because people are weird, right? And it happens. But I walked over and I was like, dude, how are you? And it was Alexia's table. She's serving him. And I like sat there, like shook his hand. We like caught up. His mother had recently passed away. So I like gave my condolences. And I was like, how are you doing, man? And he was like, dude, all things considered, really good. He's starting a new job. He's going to live with his brother and one of their really good friends. I think he's also their cousin. And like I knew his younger brother in high school. And so I was like, dude, that's awesome. Like, I'm so happy for you, man. And we like caught up briefly. And I was just like, yeah, man, like just being social. And I kind of took it as like a huge personal victory. Like just the fact that I was able to have the conversation. Because I've talked before, and I'm a victim of it too, is the social apprehension. And I know I'm talking about this so much. But like being able to just be like, that's a guy I know. I'm just gonna go talk to him real quick and just like sit there and be like, dude, good to see you. How are you? And have like a genuine, like human to human conversation about how life's been, and just be like, dude, I'm glad you're doing well, man. I'm glad things are good. Good to see you. Shook his hand, let him enjoy his meal and whatever. But I was literally just like I expressed it to Anna, and I was just like, I'm so proud of myself that I'm like kind of getting to the point where I'm comfortable enough to just initiate a conversation. And it's really weird to say because like it doesn't sound really hard, but it was really hard for me for a long, long time. Like even then, it's like even though I knew the guy, like we were friends in high school, and like I would still get that thought of just like I shouldn't, I shouldn't. Like I'd kind of like close off, and I even had a moment of hesitation today, and it was just like, better no better time than right now, right? So I literally just walked over and sat down and chatted with him, but I was just like, I'm really proud of myself, and just like how far I've come, and like how much speaking with camera has benefited me as a person, right? Like I'm not afraid to be heard anymore, and I'm not afraid to be social anymore because it's what I need to do, and it's kind of like my like I don't want to say it's like my calling, but something is calling. Like I'm gonna change the world in some way. Something is calling me to me here, and I know what has to be done, and I'm proving to myself continuously that I'm willing to do it, and I'm really proud of myself for that. And it was a moment where I was just like really really impressed with myself at the progress I've made, because day to day you don't really see it, but when you have a moment where all the work you have put in to being a more social person, or achieving any long-term ish goals that you wanted to achieve, when you have a moment to prove that you've achieved them and you show up, like I mean, like the emotion of it was like obviously greater when I was thinking about getting there in the future, and like where I want to be. And now that I'm here, I'm just like it was never as difficult as I made it, but I'm glad I got here. Like you climb one mountain and you look back down at the bottom where you were, and you're like, this mountain seems so high last month, and here I fucking am. So I'm really proud of myself for that. I was really really impressed with myself, and I'm assuming he'll watch the videos eventually. He knows who he is, but it was really nice, man. It was really really nice. And yeah, finished out the shift. I ended up closing like a half an hour late. Well, like finishing closing side like half an hour late because we were like, I had like two tables come in at like 9:15, so we were like busy cleaning tables until 10 o'clock. It was kind of weird. Um. So yeah, I'll finish out the day. Yeah, came home. Corey went to McDonald's. Went and got it. Came home. That was about it. Uh. Um. Goals for tomorrow. Obviously, brush teeth, morning video log, yard work, and dude, I was gonna say, interrupt the plans for tomorrow. Yard work has been grounding me seriously. Like it makes me want to be social, and it makes me want to talk to people. Just like being close to the earth like that. It's been really nice. It's been really, really doing wonders for my mental health. It's been great. I did not expect to have such a positive, like almost immediate impact. It's been really nice. So brush teeth, video log in the morning, yard work, and then I need to shave my neck and my cheeks. I need to trim that up. This is just like it's not too long yet, but it's getting to the point where it's like noticeable in comparison to how short this is. I do that, and I need to go to Walmart. She wants to get a picture frame and a new pair of shoes. I also need a new pair of shoes, and then we want to get some like more food. I think we need more chicken too, so we'll do that. I'm sure there's a couple other things we need from Walmart. I'm hoping to get like some ice cream or something. And then my mom gets back from Utah tomorrow. There's something else that I wanted to get at Walmart, and I'm absolutely spacing what it was, but we'll get it later. And then I need to call my brother Keenan again. He still hasn't responded, or his mom has responded about like the story that I shared, the personal story that I shared with him. I talked about it yesterday. If you need to recap, but I shared a personal story on my
Gen Z and Social Apprehension. Dude, I keep mentioning it, bro. I'm just so proud of that work. But I mentioned a personal story of his, and I just want to get direct permission and be like, dude, I just want to make sure you're okay with me sharing this, right? And then I have a goal. I want to contact one of my old teachers because I keep, like, I talk about this sense of urgency, and I have friends who are my age, who are like young, healthy guys who I'm not afraid to be urgent with and talk to. And I have people who are older in my life who I want to make connections with, but I'm like so apprehensive, social apprehensive about it. So I want to reach out to him and like go out for breakfast sometime. He's retired now, and I mean you get kind of busier in retirement, low key, but it'd be really nice just to visit with him and catch up because I know that what I'm doing here, these video logs, he would be more supportive of me than anyone because he was kind of the one who, like, when he found out I was working at Canton, he's like, dude, you can do more, like you can do more, like there's something about you, I know you could do more, like you're one of the brightest kids I've ever had, you could do more, don't stop at Canton. And I'm like, ugh, like people don't understand it's my dream job, and I get it, I get both angles, I really do, I understand my angle from my experience, and I understand their angle from I could do more, and I understand their angle from it sounds stupid to say working at Canton was my dream job, right? And so I want to make a connection with him. And then I told Josue, I need to text Josue, I'll do it after the video log, that I'll pick him up from work tomorrow after he gets off work so he can come over and help me with the yard work and like see the vision for it. We can pull some weeds out together and we can like game plan it with Anna, right? And then I want to call my older brother Cooper and ask about his surgery. I also need to call this person, follow up. Just wanted to hear about their life, really. And then, gosh, there was something I wanted to ask them. Oh, I wanted to ask them how contracting works because they're going to college for ASL. And I want to ask how contracting works because obviously if I'm going to run a political campaign, eventually I'm going to need a sign language translator. And I would love for her to do it. I just want to know how the contracting works in her experience. Like if she would go through an agency to get work, or if there's like locations I would contact, or if I can just contact her directly, like if she's an independent contractor. So I'll contact her about that as well. So that's the plan for tomorrow. I don't have a set time to wake up. I probably want to play some Kingdom Come Deliverance after this and eat my burger, chicken sandwich, whatever it is, and just chill out, decompress for a little bit. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. I think it'll be really really awesome. I hope everything goes really smoothly. I think that if I can get brush teeth, video log, and yard work out of the way smoothly, the rest of the day is just gonna fall in line. And I really believe it is because especially after working in the yard, I love calling people, and calling people is the thing I struggle with the most. But like right after yard work, it's so nice to just sit there and just talk with somebody. Because I listen to I listen to YouTube videos while I do it, and so it'd be like listening to Atriok, and he like talk. I did not name him in a video log like 2 days ago, so spoiler, that was the guy. I'll listen to like Atriok videos, and he made the lemonade stand, and so I want to listen to him talk with his friends about like the economy, geopolitics, and like things I'm interested in, or listen to like Gary's economics or something like that, like things I'm interested in. I also need to pick a time, probably. I don't want to do 2 to 4, but I don't want to do too late. I might do early, low key, and make an edit of a video log. Because I have these days that I want to record and like make full videos for, and they take about 3 hours each. So I want to. It's almost midnight now. I want to be able to. Oh, it's the 17th, so tomorrow will be the 18th. So 3 days. So I need to make at least Saturday and Sunday for sure, because on Sunday I can work on further videos. But those will be very current, and I don't really like that. Yeah, I'll do 7 to 10 a.m. I'll if I show up for work, I'm a badass. Uh, make, edit, upload, recovery, video log. So we'll see how that goes. I genuinely believe I could do it. If I don't, I'll squeeze it in elsewhere. I just won't play video games, right? Until I do 3 hours of work and upload and edit and video log. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful March 17th. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.